Making sure that I'm live. Hey guys, welcome to the live stream. I actually had this thing scheduled to 10:50, but it completely just botched out on me. Wasn't expecting that, so I wanted to give you guys a heads up, but yeah, it didn't work that way. So I do apologize. Give me 1 second. I just have to shut my window real quick. Okay, just give me 1 quick second here. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Like I said, I originally had a plan to do a timed live stream, and it was supposed to set 10. It's supposed to give me a 5-minute window. It was supposed to start streaming at 10:50, and it didn't, and it just kind of threw me for a little loop there. So, but that's neither here nor there. We're streaming now, so we're good to go. We're about to have this discussion. So originally I wasn't going to stream tonight, right? I literally just got off work about 15-20 minutes ago, and I wasn't going to stream tonight. I was going to save it for tomorrow because I stream on Wednesdays and Thursdays. But I remembered that the Joker trailer was supposed to hit tomorrow. So I didn't want to I didn't want to have to try to cover everything in one stream tomorrow, so I figured since Endgame, the special look came out today, and it's very much on everybody's mind, that it would be smarter for me to go ahead and stream that today. You know, it makes sense. But by all means, we can start talking about Endgame tomorrow too. So trust me, we all want to talk about Endgame. But yeah, I figured like Endgame is out there now. It's fresh in everybody's mind. Let's talk about it today as well, because there's a whole different thing going on with it making like crashing pre-ticket sale, you know, websites and everything like that. So anyway, you guys know how it just is. You guys start firing your questions. Just type at Robert Storms 84, and then, or not 84, but just, you know, at Robert Storms, and start sending in your questions. So, man, like, first of all, someone, I forgot who it was, sent me a super chat last time I live streamed and said, Rob, there's going to be a trailer on April 2nd. And I completely was like, oh, yeah, it's possible, and I didn't pay attention to it no more after that. And then I woke up this morning, and someone sent me a message on Facebook. It's like, hey, you need to react to this. I was like, all right, cool. I had no idea what the hell I was going to talk about today in a video, and I did a live stream to that, and it was so good. Like I literally got choked up in the trailer reaction, and that's all like legit. I wasn't put on an act or anything like because a lot of people do trailer reactions and they overact. They oversell it. They try to be entertaining. And that's one reason why I don't like doing trailer reactions, because most times it's just me doing this. But, you know, when I saw him, like, do you trust me? And it was like, I do. And I like, that was my first reaction. That's how I would act if I seen it in the theater. And the whole Nebula rocket thing hit me hard. You know, especially since, you know, I just got done losing my cat a month ago. We had to put him down because he had a giant tumor in his head that came out his eye. I had to put him down, and with seeing Rocky with Nebula, it just brought back some feelings, you know. And I really enjoyed the teaser so much. I enjoyed the teaser, and it was just fantastic. And then later on in the day, we hear that like all these Fandango and everything like crashing because everybody's trying to pre-order their tickets, and it's insane. Someone reported to me that it already tripled what Infinity War did in pre-sales in only 6 hours. It beat Force Awakens and Infinity War together, tripled Infinity War in just 6 hours. So that is insane. I mean, it's gonna be the most hyped movie, like ever, man. Like, it's hard as a hardcore Star Wars fan to say it's the most hyped movie ever. I remember the hype going into Force Awakens, and I was so hyped for that. But you gotta look at what the MCU has done and see like how they've been building this series, and it makes people want to go see it, you know. So So to answer some of your questions, because I see a few of you guys throwing in the questions, have I got my tickets yet? Have I got my tickets yet? And the answer to that is no. And this is why. Well, one, I had to go to work right after I filmed that reaction. So if I wanted to buy tickets, I couldn't buy tickets because I had to go straight to work. Two, my theater doesn't do reserved seating, so I don't have to worry about that little theater selling out. I mean, it's going to be packed. It's going to be packed. When I went and saw Infinity War, you could not find a seat in the damn thing. But I bought Infinity War tickets the day of. So the way I usually do it is the day the movie comes out, I'll go over there that morning and get my tickets for that evening, because that theater doesn't really do pre-order tickets where there's signed seating or anything like that. So I don't have to really worry about that. And if by some chance that theater does happen to sell out, then I have another theater, another 5 miles the opposite direction, that is the same thing. So I live in a very small area. I live about 30 minutes away from Orlando, and that's where all the big markets are. The positive side is that there are probably going to be multiple showings that night everywhere, and I officially got the next day off, which is the official day it's released, which is that Friday. So not only am I going to go see it that night, I'm going to go see it 2 more times that day, and I'm going to be doing a live, I'm announcing this now, a live spoiler discussion that Friday. So I'm excited for that. I was really hoping to get that day off so I could do that live spoiler discussion and talk about the movie. So yeah. So all right, let me start seeing some of these questions here. Let me start getting to some of these questions. I see you guys asking questions here. Marvel and DC Comics writes, with all the footage we have seen, do you believe that it's still all from the first 15 minutes, as if said by Kevin Feige, or do you think? Well, he said, first of all, Kevin Feige didn't say that. The Russo brothers said that, I believe. And they said it was in the first 20 minutes of the film, and I absolutely still believe that. And the reason why I believe that is because of the leaked Lego footage. Because I've read a leak where someone saw a test screening of the film, and you piece that together with the Lego footage, and you gotta realize this movie is a 3-hour film. Okay, so the first act is gonna be kind of long. So, and if you don't want to be spoiled, I suggest you guys just mute me for a few minutes. But it was said in that test footage and in the Lego set that the Avengers are going to team up. They're going to fly to whatever planet Thanos is on. We see that in the special look trailer. They're going to fight Thanos. They're going to steal the Infinity Gauntlet, bring it back to Earth, and try to like put it in some kind of machine and analyze it to try to reverse the effects of these snap. But the gauntlet doesn't work no more. Right? Not only that, but Thanos is then going to come to Earth, and you see in the first look where it looks like we're on Earth, but everything is destroyed, and then you look at the previous trailer that happened, like a couple weeks ago, where you see Cap doing the arm stretch, and then Ant-Man jumping on that pencil. That's because Thanos is now invading the Avengers. We got a super chat from Mr. Fantastic! I'll get to your question in 1 second, my friend. We see Ant-Man jumping on that pencil. So Thanos comes and invades the Avengers headquarters. So we got the Avengers heading over to Thanos, take the Infinity Gauntlet. Thanos is like, nah, motherfuckers, you ain't reversing shit. He then, like, boom tubes. He doesn't really boom tube. He then comes over to Earth and invades Avengers Tower. By that time, their heroes are trying to go back in the past and try to reverse everything. So, I mean, I still believe, yes, this is in the first 15-20 minutes of the footage or of the movie. Yes, I do believe that. So, Mr. Fantastic says, with a super chat. Hey, Robert, it's me. I guess 2nd of April trailer. I just called you out as soon as I started streaming, Mr. Fantastic. I called you. I forgot who it was. Who it was that said, hey, Rob, there's going to be a trailer on April 2nd. I forgot who it was, but I gave you a shout out as soon as I started streaming. I was like, this guy knew what was up. But yeah, I mean, I once you told me last time I was streaming and you said that tickets were going to go on sale. Usually when tickets go on sale, there is a trailer or some kind of preview to promote it going on sale. So I didn't think it was gonna, like, I was gonna get up today. First of all, it completely escaped me because yesterday was so annoying. Like, everybody doing April Fool's jokes, you couldn't get anything going. Like, you couldn't figure out what was news and what was like legit and pranks because everybody. We got a super chat from Bahala. And I'll get to your question in a second, my friend. And it was annoying. Everybody doing April Fool's jokes. Like, man, I didn't do that. I did one last year. I thought it was fun. But it was more like me just being an asshole instead of like doing false reports. I hate doing false reports. But then I woke up and people were messaging me, hey, there's an Endgame special look. You need to react to this quick. And yeah, and then the first thing that popped up was when you commented, like, yeah, I told you about that. I was like, yes, you fucking did. I remember, man. So, Mr. Fantastic, thank you so much. You are a prophet, my friend. Valhalla with a super chat writes, I'd mark out so hard if Rocket ends up killing Thanos. Hashtag avenge the Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. It would be like legit. But like, I don't think Rocket can take out Thanos. But man, dude, like how emotional was that scene with him and Nebula? Like, it was so emotional. Like I started breaking up really bad in my reaction, and I actually had to stop for like 5 minutes, and then I had to like cut back into it because I started tearing up. Like, I just woke up, I wasn't emotionally ready for something like that, and when I was watching it, it didn't hit me so much. I said, "Oh, you know, something like that." We got Christopher with a super chat, and you know, it hit me, but when I started talking about it, it really hit me. It was like, these are two, like, Rocket lost Groot twice. Mr. Fantastic with another super chat. We lost Groot twice, and Rocket had to deal with that twice. And he lost the only family he knows. Nebula just made up with Gamora, and she lost her. So it was emotional. Like, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm getting emotional right now. But thank you so much, Valhalla, for your super chat. Christopher with a super chat going to be epic. Bought 3 tickets, IMAX, Dolby, AMC. Man, I am so jolly of you right now. It's probably going to be a week before I get into the Dolby. And other sites crashed today. I panicked and bought them on Fandango waiting for the 25th. Yeah, like first of all, I'm completely jelly of you. But the way I'm going to do it is me and my buddy Adam and my wife, we're just going to run over here to the Regal. And they don't have signed seats or anything. We're just going to get there like extremely early that day, buy our tickets, and come back later that night to go see it and get there early so we can get some good seats. And then I have the 25th off or whatever that Friday. Oh, God. Hold on. I'm sorry, man. I just worked like a 10-hour shift, so I'm really tired. But I have that following day off, because I'm going to go see it at least 2 more times. So the plan is I'm going to go see it with Adam and my wife. We're going to come home, do a spoiler-free review. I'm going to then get up the next morning, take my wife to work. Then I'm going to go see it probably again, maybe take my brother or maybe a couple other my friends. I'm going to go see it. Then I plan on doing a spoiler discussion live on YouTube that day. So that's why I wanted that day off, and they gave it to me off. So thank you so much, Christopher, with the super chat. Mr. Fantastic comes in with another super chat. Apparently, Chris Evans saw the first hour of Endgame and choked up 3 times. This must say something about... We got Mr. Fantastic with another super chat. He's throwing more super chats in before I even have a chance to read his comment. Chris Evans choked up 3 times. This must say something about how epic this movie is going to be, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely, it's gonna that reflects on how emotional this movie is. People look at people that get invested in movies, and they like, even I said it today, right? Like when I was getting choked up in my trailer reaction, I'm like, I can't believe I'm getting choked up over this stupid shit. Like, this is a robotic blue woman and a talking raccoon, and I'm getting emotional and I'm tearing up on camera in front of people. You know, it's ridiculous. But, oh my God, we got Marco with a super chat. I'm going to get to you in a second, my friend. Hold on 1 second. But people fail to understand that this franchise has been going on for 10 years. 10 years. You know how old I was when the first MCU movie came out? I was 25 years old. Okay? I was 25 years old. I'm 35 years old now. So 1/3 of my life has been invested in the MCU. I invested 1/3 of my lifetime with these characters. Chris Warden with a super chat. Promise everybody I will get to your questions as soon as I can, guys. Just bear with me here. I want to get everybody a fair amount of time. So I invested 1/3 of my life with the MCU, with these characters. So I am mostly invested in these characters. And that's why a lot of people are like, well, man, these new Star Wars movies kind of suck, man. Well, we haven't invested 10 years of our life with these new characters. You know? It's a completely different thing. It's like Game of Thrones. You know, Game of Thrones has been, season 8 now. So it's been like 9 years for Game of Thrones, too. I'm invested in these characters. You know? So the thing that Kevin Feige did was he took a cinematic universe and he did a TV show for the big screen. That's what he did. You know, each movie in the MCU, whether you like that movie or not, is the next stepping stone that leads into the next movie. And Endgame would not be as big and people would not be looking forward to it as much if it wasn't for the fact that he's been leading us, leading us up to this moment. But yeah, so thank you, Mr. Fantastic, for the super chat. Mr. Fantastic comes in with another super chat. Anyways, I'm going to watch Endgame on the 24th of April. Me too. I'm going to see it on 24th and 25th. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So we got the same plan, buddy. Thank you for the super chat. Marco with the super chat writes, do you think Endgame will do $3 billion? So I had a couple people messaging me today asking me, Rob, do you think Endgame could do $3 billion? And my heart says yes, but my brain says no. And this is the reason why my brain says no. I wanted to so bad. I don't care if I'm a Star Wars fan. I want something to take out Avatar. I am tired of seeing Titanic and Avatar on top. I am tired of it. I'm done with it, man. And James Cameron is just like a snotty little fucking prick, man. And I want someone to dethrone that motherfucker. You know what I mean? But here's the problem. They're saying that this movie could actually hit $1 billion in its first weekend. There's people, we got another super chat from the Filmmaking and Fandom Station. I'll get to you in a second, but I'm going right down the line, my friend. But the thing is, they're saying this movie could hit $1 billion in its first weekend, okay, or close to $1 billion in its first weekend. But the problem is, you're gonna have this huge drop off the second week, okay? That's the problem. It's like when you have like if this movie opens up, let's say for example, this movie opens up to $300 million domestically on its opening weekend, right? And it drops 50%. Or more, it's going to have like 150 or something, the following weekend. It's possible, but the problem is that the reason why Avatar and Titanic are number one is not because these movies made $300 million on its opening weekend, because they didn't. It's just fucking movies were in theaters all goddamn year. These fucking movies were in theaters all year around. It isn't like today where they already have these movies on pre-order for digital once they hit the theaters. Like Aquaman comes out in theater, you can already pre-order it for 3 months later and get it digitally. That's the problem. These movies, they get digitally are already like, they can't stay in theaters all year. It's like once Endgame comes out in April, by June or July, it's gonna be hitting Blu-ray, DVDs, and digital. So can it make $3 billion in 3 months? I mean, it's gonna have to have a lot of repeat viewings, and I don't see I mean, look, nothing's impossible. I want to so bad. I want to see it happen, and I pray to the God Almighty Kevin Feige himself that would happen, just to dethrone that fuckface James Cameron. But is it possible? Anything's possible, but I think it's really highly unlikely. But thank you, Makio Marco. I'm just gonna call you Mako. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. We go to Chris Warden. Oh, we got another super chat from Valhalla. But first, let's get to Chris Warden. After 4 hours of trying to get Endgame tickets, I finally scored a 6 p.m. IMAX on the 25th. This movie is going to be massive, $300 million opening weekend inside. That's what they're reporting. Everything, people are messaging. Like, today was insane for YouTube, man. I'm a smaller channel. I don't know how these bigger channels have the stuff, but it's insane. Like, I have people messaging me, "Hey, Rob, man, did you get tickets yet? Oh, Rob, it's already been tripled at Infinity War's pre-sale records in just 6 hours. It's being Force Awakens. Rob, ticket sites are crashing." Like, people that don't know personally are messaging me and giving me play-by-play on how impossible it is to get tickets. People that I'm not close to, but close friends with on Facebook and stuff. Like, I'm seeing all my friends going, "Oh man, I finally got tickets," and it's like riots and all kinds of shit. And I'm happy I don't have to deal with that. My buddy Adam's supposed to be coming over to see Shazam with me Thursday. I'm gonna talk to him about it. I'm like, "Hey, do you think we should get our fucking tickets early?" I'm just saying, man, this shit's gonna be crazy, you know. But yeah. So 300 million is. It's looking like it's going to be possible, man. There's going to be theater chains open 24 hours. I guarantee you. AMC, like in the big cities like Orlando, Miami, New York, Los Angeles, Detroit, like all those big cities, guarantee you they're going to be theaters open 24 hours. They're going to have to be. So thank you, Chris Warden, for the super chat. Let's go to the filmmaking and fandom station. Hey, Robert. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Hey, Robert. Can't wait for Endgame. But really quick, how excited are you for the Joker teaser tomorrow? Joaquin Phoenix is going to kill it. I agree with you 100%, my friend. That's why I'm doing this live stream today. Because originally I live stream on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Those are my 2 off days from my day job. Those are the days I want to stream. But someone gave me a little information today and said, "Hey, Rob, just to let you know that the trailer for the teaser for the Joaquin Joker film is going to come out tomorrow." I'm like, well, fuck me in the ass sideways with a fucking dildo and no lube. You know what I mean? Like, well, damn, because I this is how it goes for me, right? And this is why I need to do YouTube full time. Because there's so much I want to cover with just this Endgame special look. And I'm like, well, because I can only do 1 video a day because I had to do a fucking day job, right? So I'm like, I did the reaction, but I wanted to do a breakdown. I wanted to talk about the ticket sales, you know, Tripway and Infinity War. I wanted to talk about theories and this and that. And then, like, well, oh, here we go. Joaquin Phoenix Joker trailer coming out, which I'm looking forward to it tomorrow. But now I have to dedicate my time for that tomorrow. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do we got a super chat from JD. Hold on a second, buddy. I'll get to you. Going right down the line, my friend. Right down the line. Walk that line. That's a Joaquin Phoenix reference, you know, because he's playing the Joker. But I digress. So I was like, okay. I'm going to go home. I'm going to live stream. We're going to talk about Endgame. We're going to have a great Endgame discussion. That way tomorrow I can dedicate to the Joaquin Phoenix Joker film. You know, talk about that in the live stream. We talk about more Endgame stuff, but I wanted to get that out so more people could watch and, you know, see what my discussion was. So everything I wasn't able to talk about throughout the day, we can talk about here in the in the live stream. So that's sort of what my process was. I wasn't gonna do it. I bought Dragon Ball Super Volume 7. I was ready to go watch, the Tournament of Power, and I was like, man, let me go fucking start live streaming. So filmmaking and Fandom Station, thank you so much for the super chat. But yes, I am very much looking forward to that trailer. That is one of my highly anticipated films of this year. So thank you for the super chat. We got another super chat from Valhalla, but first we must hit. Oh, well, actually, we got Valhalla's, whoa, JD. We got JD. Yeah, here we go. JD comes in with a super chat. You happy about women main event in WrestleMania? Okay, so, this ain't comic book related, but since he threw in a super chat, I will talk about whatever you want to talk about because it's only fair. Look, I haven't watched wrestling in about 5-6 years. The last one I watched, I believe, was when Seth Rollins beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania or something. It was like when Brock Lesnar was like undefeated or whatnot, and then he came in WrestleMania and lost the title. I was like, yeah, I think I'm done with this now. I'm like, they were setting Brock Lesnar up to be this unstoppable machine, and then he just loses the title like stupidly. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm done with this, and tried to get into it a couple times. I'm a huge AJ Styles fan from TNA. I used to go to TNA live events all the time since I live here by Orlando. And when he came over to WWE, I was like, all right, I'm gonna check out this Samoa Joe AJ Styles fight, because if you guys don't know, some of AJ Styles Samoa Joe tore the house down in TNA. It was like their matches were fantastic. And then I just couldn't, like, my brother's like, no, it's not that good. WWE kind of neutered it, and I couldn't get into it. But I've been hearing like people talk about this Becky Lynch main event, and they're actually landing women main event WrestleMania this year, which has me intrigued. I will tell you this: I am not watching WrestleMania. One, I gotta work. I'm not watching WrestleMania, but I will watch that match at some point. Whether it's that night or something, I got to find a friend that has the network and see if someone can let me borrow their password so I can just watch that match. Because that's really the only match I care about. I heard Kofi Kingston's up for the title. I hope that's true, because I think that's something that should have happened years ago. I think Dolph Ziggler was someone who should have got the title years ago. But yeah, just... I used to be a huge wrestling fan, just didn't like what Vince is doing. I'll probably get back into it once Vince officially steps away. So thank you, JD, for the super chat. We get the Valhalla. Thoughts on Arrow ending next season? I mean, I thought last season of Arrow was the best season of Arrow we've had since season 2. Now, I haven't watched any of this season because I'm waiting for the season to get done so I can just binge the entire season. That's what I did last year for that Arrow or for that Flash and Supergirl. So I'm just going to wait for the season to get done and just binge them. That's what I enjoy to do. But Stephen Amell doesn't want to come back. So, I mean, he said last year that he wanted them to write the season to be like almost the season ending. And then chick who plays Felicity is like, yeah, I'm out. And she's probably out because she's tired. Because now by Stephen Amell saying he doesn't want to come back, basically everybody loses their job because of this one guy not wanting to come back. So Felicity is like, yeah, well, you know what? Screw you. I'm not coming back for the final season for 10 episodes. I'll go take another job somewhere else. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Not everything can last forever, I suppose. But I just hope it goes out good. That's all I got to say. So thank you, Valhalla, for the super chat. Now, can we please possibly go back to some Avengers Endgame? Can we talk about some Avengers Endgame, guys? I like talking about wrestling. I like talking about, Arrow. But this is a Avengers Endgame discussion. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, guys. Darth Promise Rice. How pissed off would you be if somebody spoils Endgame for you? Well, I'm pretty good with not looking at spoilers. I usually before the movie comes out, I had one dickhead spoil one movie for me, and I was really pissed off. And it was Split. And the day before Split came out, on whatever video I did that day. It wasn't even about Split. It was just some random video. Some jackhole wrote, oh, by the way, Bruce Willis shows up at the end and it's actually a sequel to Unbreakable. I was like, well, fuck me in the ass. So that kind of pissed me off. But with Endgame, I don't see how it could be spoiled. Because everybody's gonna be seeing it at the same exact time. I'm gonna be seeing it same exact time you guys are. I'm going to see it opening night. So yeah, I mean, so I'm not gonna be too pissed because that's not gonna happen. Danny Graham writes, do you think that if Marvel would have waited until or before the Memorial Day weekend, they would have had a better chance of reaching 3 billion? No, that has no factor in it. No factor. Just because they have an extra day for that weekend, their weekend box office would be better. They would have a stronger weekend opening with an asterisk saying, hey, it's a holiday, but that would have no effect on it reaching a billion or 3 billion. That has absolutely no effect on that. Pariah Sadai. Well, I'm sorry, guys. I'm horrible with names. What do you think will happen to Marvel Trinity and Avengers Endgame? Do you have any idea what will happen? I seen everybody posting this Marvel Trinity thing. What the hell is this Marvel Trinity? Like, everybody's posting. Everybody. Well, I'm trying to get everybody back here. Cap, Iron Man, and Thor is the Trinity. Yeah, I don't even count that as a Trinity. I don't know what's going on with the internet, guys. This internet is lagging out on me, so just bear with me. I do apologize. I do apologize. What we got here? Hiya, Rob. What is this? Kalakurku? Right. Hiya, Rob. Love your work. Man, question. Should Endgame introduce a newly acquired Fox property? Which character do you think? So, I've been saying this for a while now, that it should end with Galactus. Like, there should be a post-credit scene with Galactus heading to Earth. Or Silver Surfer heading to Earth. But I do think that's what should happen. I really do. Andrew S. writes, do you like the Endgame is 3 hours? I would love it to be 4 hours. So, yeah, the more the better for me. You know, I want to go there. I want to be able to, just have a great time with the movie. You know, the longer the better. Whatever it is to tell that story, I don't care. I would sit there for 5 hours. If you tell me Endgame's 5 hours, I'll be like, hell yeah. I'll sit there for 5 hours. What else we got here? Jesse Lopez writes, do you think Thanos will not be the main villain in Endgame? Well, who would be the main villain then? Now, I do think that everything we saw is in the first act of the film, and then they're going to be doing time travel and stuff, but I still think Thanos is going to be the overall baddie of the entire film. So, yeah, I still think Thanos is going to be the overall baddie of the entire film. All these people are like, oh, Endgame is not going to be a part 2. We got Christopher with a super chat. All right, Christopher, what do you got here for me? I hope the end credit scene for Endgame is Odin, his wife, and Loki looking down from Valhalla, smiling at the Avengers team. That would be kind of creepy. Kind of creepy, my friend. I mean, I really don't want to see Anthony Hopkins anymore. But, I mean, look, if you're a big Thor fan, and you like Odin, and you like his wife, and you like Loki, and that's something you want to see, great. One of my favorite scenes in comics is in the Ultimate Spider-Man comic when Peter Parker died. Right, he sacrifices himself to defeat Norman Osborn's Green Goblin, and he dies in the process. And one of the last shots of the comic, that issue, is an all-white page with Uncle Ben with his arm around Peter saying, "You did good, kid." And like, I'm getting all goosebumps and shit. But I want to see something like that. I think Cap. This is actually what I would like to see. I don't think it's gonna happen. Rumor is Cap's gonna die. Cap is going to sacrifice himself to take out Thanos. And I would like to see him with Peggy one last time. Because we know Peggy passed away in Civil War. So that's sort of what I would like to see. But if you want to talk about like some kind of scene like that, that's more in the vein of what I want to see, rather than seeing Odin and Loki and all that jazz looking down from the heavens. That's just, to me, that's just a little too creepy. But that's just my thoughts on it, guys. Let's start wrapping this up. We'll take about 3 to 4 more questions. Let me see here. Let me pick one. Good. I haven't picked this one yet. Landon writes, what do you think has the biggest chance of dying besides the OG? Who do you think has the biggest chance of dying besides the OG Avengers? Probably Nebula. I really do. Nebula is one of the ones I kind of have on the checklist of possibly good chance of dying. Because I think her story is kind of up. But that's really going to come down, like, if Gamora comes back, I don't know. I don't know, because I like her in Guardians of the Galaxy, right? I don't want to see her die, even though I think she has the best probability chance of dying. But if you're talking about someone that's not from the OG Avengers, I'm going to have to say Miss Nebula as one of the picks. I'm pretty sure. Comic fan writes, hey, Robert, what do you think of everyone who's saying that they're glad? We got a super chat from Matthew. Matthew writes, did David P. Dumbass leave WB explaining their recent success and switching over to running the Fandango or AMC ticketing system? It would explain today. I'm so pumped. Can't wait for Avengers Assemble. So what you're saying is, like, the David P. Dumbass leave WB because WB is going up now and Fandango is crashing. So David P. Dumbass is, you know what? That is so fucking hilarious. I almost want to do a skit on that. I really do, Matthew. I really want to do a skit on that. It was like Greg is taking charge of WB now, and like he canceled all the Joker movies and and all this stuff. We got a super chat from Walter617. I'll get to you in a second, my friend. And I actually want to talk about Secret Invasion. So yeah, hold on. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and then like have a skit of like Greg running WB. And then go ahead and show David P. Dumbass and like this ticket booth in Fandango, like fucking everybody's tickets up. But like, sir, I would like 6 tickets to Avengers. What? You want 6 tickets to Shazam? Yes, ma'am. Or, just some crazy shit. We got JD with a super chat, firing it in. But that's fucking hilarious, Matthew. Thank you for the super chat. Douglas with a super chat. Man, you guys are just waking up, man. You guys are throwing them in faster than I can get to them. So, all right, so let's get to Walter real quick. Secret Invasion Phase 5 or 6. What about Phase 4, man? Okay, so I have this theory video. I want to talk about it in a separate video. But I have a theory that Sam Jackson is a Skrull. I think he's a possible someone who could probably die in the Endgame and reveal he's a Skrull. For 2 reasons. 2 reasons. One, everybody, okay, spoiler for Captain Marvel if you haven't seen it. Everybody's pissed off how Fury lost his eye, right? Because of the cat scratched him. He lost his eye. Oh my God, Fury lost his eye because of a cat scratching him, right? Fury played with that cat the entire movie. Cat didn't bother him, right? But who was afraid of the cat? The Skrulls were afraid of the cat, right? So what if one of the Skrulls turned into Nick Fury, the real Nick Fury somewhere out there, and then the Larkin cut the Skrull's eye, right? Very possible that Fury was not the real Fury, which would explain why the Larkin attacked him, but it never attacked the real Fury. And that might lead into Secret Invasion. Just saying, that's just a theory. Just a theory. But yeah, I think it's possible. I think it's a lot closer than later. I think season 4 or 5, definitely. So thank you, Walter, for the super chat. JD with the super chat. You should do more out in public videos like Black Friday and video game scavenge hunt, going out into the world and interesting to watch. I've done it. The problem is videos don't get no views, my friend. I'm sorry. try to do video game reviews and videos on this channel. Went out with my friends, spent the whole day filming, whole day editing. A lot of work goes into that. And then you only get like 1,500 views, 1,000 views. Then you make $3. And it ain't about the money. It ain't about having $3. But the problem is you spend so much time working on it that you get nothing in return. And me personally, I care more about the views than the revenue, because for instance, today my Endgame trailer reaction has 16,000 views right now. I gained almost 60 subscribers today. So the more views my videos get, the better chance of bringing in more subscribers. I'm trying to get to 20,000. I'm trying to get to 100,000 so I can have that silver button right here. So if my video game hunting videos and stuff isn't bringing in views, I'm not bringing in new subscribers, so that's kind of irrelevant at this point. But thank you anyway, JD, for the super chat. Douglas with the super chat comes in. When in Endgame we will finally see Professor Hulk? I don't even know if we're gonna get that. I know Kevin Feige said they're doing this 3-movie Hulk trilogy thing inside other movies. It started with Thor Ragnarok, Infinity War is supposed to wrap up in this one. Don't know what. I actually believe in that special look where Bruce starts talking in the special look. He's the first person to start talking. He's like, if we do this, we're going in short-handed. And then Rhodey's like, yeah, because he killed half of our friends. We got a super chat from G4. I believe that Bruce wasn't talking about their friends. I think when Bruce said you were going in short-handed, I think his next line was, because the Hulk ain't coming out, so you guys can't count on me. I actually think that was the whole phrase. So thank you, Douglas, so much for the super chat. So I don't know if they're going to do the whole what's the word, Professor Hulk thing. I don't know what they're doing with the Hulk thing, but that's what I think is actually going to happen. G4 writes, hey, Rob, keep up the good work. Did you get your Endgame tickets today? No, I didn't. No, oh, hold on 1 second. Somebody messaged me. Let me just reply real quick. No, I didn't get my tickets today because my theater is not a big theater. I live in a kind of small area, and they don't have signed seats. We got Ricky D with a super chat. So they don't have signed seating, so I don't have to worry about, is selling out per se. Basically, what I did with Infinity War, which it did get sold out, but they don't do like reserve seating ahead of time. I usually go to the theater about 11, 12 o'clock in the morning, and I'll get 3 tickets for that night, and then I'll show up 2 hours early, just wait in line and get a seat. So that's probably what I'm going to do it again for Endgame, which kind of sucks. I'd like to have my seats already picked out, but the good news is I have the next day requested off, so I'm going to go see it 2 more times. So I'm just going to, I didn't pre-order my tickets. I'm just going to get my tickets that early that morning, and then I'm going to show up and just get my tickets early and then wait in line like a jackass. So, and I'll have my wife and Adam there, so it'll be, it'll be interesting. But I'm going to see what Adam wants to do, because he's coming over. He's supposed to come over so we can go see Shazam together on Thursday. I'm going to get with him, and I'm like, hey, you think we should pre-order our tickets? If he thinks we should, then we'll just go ahead and pre-order right there. So, anyway, thank you so much, G4, for the super chat, my friend. And we go to Ricky D, Darkseid or Thanos, who you got? I'm going Thanos, son. I'm going Mad Titan. Love Darkseid. Would have loved to seen Darkseid in Justice League, which, funny enough, I rewatched Justice League this morning. I still say if that script had another rewrite, they used Hans Zimmer's score, and they didn't have a CGI upper lip, that movie wouldn't be all that bad. But Darkseid was supposed to be in it. I was looking forward to seeing Darkseid. They didn't go that route, so unfortunately that didn't happen. But I'm going to go with Thanos, just strictly because I think, like, in the animated DC stuff, Darkseid is a much bigger presence. But in live action, they just spent so much time developing Thanos and making him a presence that you're looking forward to Thanos. So I'm definitely going to go with the Mad Titan with that Infinity Gauntlet, son. That's my choice. So thank you so much, Ricky D, for the super chat. All right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. We're about to hit the 50-minute mark. Yeah, I'm getting a little tired here. I think I'm going to go hit the shower. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming out to the live stream. I will be live streaming again tomorrow, probably around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock Eastern time. So about maybe an hour earlier than what I've done tonight. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming out, throwing out the super chat, supporting the channel, hitting that like button. Honestly, guys, sincerely, I cannot do this without you. You guys are the rock. You know, you guys are like my rock here. You guys keep me wanting to keep doing stuff. So thank you all so much for the super chat, donations, and all the questions. So until tomorrow, guys, thank you all. You all have a good night. Later.